Welcome back to All the Crackers in the Box. How's everyone today? Hopefully wonderful. We'll touch up on what I'm doing and see what else will happen. Thanks for joining me. Hi everyone, how you doing? Hopefully wonderful. Well, progress as usual. Well, not as usual. I mean, I did have last weekend, which was just terrible. Got through a bit of this today. So now I'm up to 2 rows on this half. Mostly. I'm pretty sure I have a bit more to go on this side. Going great. Got a little more done on this fella. Getting there. I'll catch right up to this one in no time. I'm going to have the 2 sides done. And I've already been handed my next mission. The next mission is to create a stitch. As in a amigurumi of the character Stitch from Lilo and Stitch for one of my daughter's classmates. So I have till Christmas time, she says. So we'll see what I can come up with. So I made these a long time ago. And they are just clunky, gross, and they're not comfortable. So I'm going to repurpose them. I finally found the second one. This is my new swag here. I grabbed a set of these from Temu and they came in today. These are basically chains to put my reading glasses down here instead of on top of my head because I'm finding that I'm making the arms pretty loose with my big fat head. So, I chose really fun filigree bats to go with how much I love Batman and how much I enjoy Halloween. So I'm absolutely delighted with them. They were a little tiny bit itchy at first. So far they haven't been bad, and they really gotta get used to not putting them on my head. So, just for a moment here, debating about maybe doing a work with me. But I found the end of this pretty easily. Because of course I made this a couple years ago when I was first doing crochet, and I wasn't very good at weaving in my ends. Not at all. And with just 3.5 here, I'm able to just pull it apart pretty much. And there's a few knots here, and that's probably about the worst I'm going to come across. The things you learn as you get more experience, which really makes a difference. Weave your ends. Don't just rely on knots. You can still do a knot and then weave your ends and whatnot. I'm still struggling with that. My daughter's duster cardigan, quite a few of the ends have popped out, so I am looking at trying out felting the ends to the rest of it. I've heard that really works really well. You just basically take a super sharp needle and stab it a few dozen times, and it should cause the fibers to get very close. I also found an excellent, super cute amigurumi pattern of a shark. My middle daughter is a giant shark fan. When I say giant, I mean Sharknado, Jaws, shark, anything shark related, and she is an absolute avid consumer of shark anything. She would really, really like to know more about them all the time. She can talk about sharks for lots and lots of her time. A little bit of dinosaurs, but mostly sharks. So I'd like to make her a shark stuffy for herself, because she loves her stuffies so very much and does not have a shark. And watch, I'll go to make one and her brother's going to buy her one at the store. He's funny. Oh my goodness. Alright, come on. You got this. Now if I remember correctly, this camouflage color here, which is absolutely amazing, I love it, might be, I'm 100% sure, is a Red Heart Super Saver. Maybe? It seems a little bit thinner. So I don't know. I'd have to look it up. And I didn't really think I was going to do this. I happened to come across it and put it in my pocket while I was doing laundry today and just brought it to my room. The other one's in a bag up there, so that's a bit of a pain to go get. But there's some really nice yarns in there that I need to rescue for some projects that didn't quite work out. One of them being a Minecraft creeper. I was thinking I was being cute and did not realize. Okay, it took me a while to realize why amigurumi is made with single crochet and not double crochet. So I made a whole creeper, big one, because it made it bigger, which is what I was wanting. But I had no idea that the stuffing would not be able to stay inside. So I have to take all those individual pieces apart, because every single block were individual corners and pieces. And I used some really nice greens. So I'd really like to get some of that yarn back, because I do have other uses for green, and they're not really doing anything. It's just sitting there. There's nothing else I want to do with those things. They're just not going to work for me, so I'm going to have to take them apart. So yeah, my frogging pile is quite large. Okay, here we go. So we ordered my mom some nice hiking boots, and they are not her size. So that was a bit disappointing. I think we're still keeping them anyways. They fit me and they fit my son. And I think he's really wanting them. So I guess we're going to have to reorder a smaller size, because they are very nice. They're really good quality. Actual leather and the whole 9 yards. Not heavy. My mom's been having a difficult time finding a good pair of decent hiking boots, because that's her preference for walking around outside and whatnot is hiking boots, because they give her the support that she needs. I don't know. I'm pretty good with just regular running shoes, but that's okay. To each their own. These things feel like I'm wearing earrings in the wrong spots to keep rubbing against my cheek and stuff. You know what? That's okay. They're pretty cute. If I have a problem with the metal, I do have a whole whack of real sterling silver chains that I can just replace the chains. I've got my jewelry making tools over there. It's just an adjustment. For the most part, it was the filigree bats that attracted me to them in the first place. I didn't even care if it was black. I wanted the bats because they were just so cute. Very, very, almost gothic. Almost Victorian, a little cross between. With your nice little filigrees like you would at, like, fancy fences around the graveyard kind of deal. I'm in a bit of a spooky mood this evening. Okay, so this is not the most exciting. I'm not ripping anything. I may decide just to crochet. I'm not really feeling like pulling something apart. I do want the gray though. I don't think I'm going to have enough for this project that I have in mind. It says I need about 350 yards and they used a very plush. But I don't want it to be that big. I kind of want it to be a bit smaller. So I'm looking at a 4 weight. That's what I'm assuming I'm going to end up with. Which is totally fine. I don't mind a nice 4 weight. Yes, I am looking at Christmas already. Most of my Halloween, I think, is pretty covered. I have one wreath that I want to make, and other than that, I'm not too busy. I'm not doing too many costumes this year. My daughter wants to be a mad scientist, and I don't. And I think the other one's just going to be a witch. She keeps telling me she wants to be a witch, so I think that's what I've settled on. And that's not something I really have to do a whole lot for. Just because she's a witch doesn't mean it has to be traditional. She doesn't have to wear a long black dress and all that kind of stuff. She could be a bubblegum witch. Why not? I have a pink princess dress. That would be great. But if I can come across a fire outfit, I'm going to do a fireman princess. She'd love that. She's really obsessed with fire trucks this year. And that's okay. That's cool. So we can mix that up for her if she wants to. I did my son as Mr. Halloween once. So we wanted to be like a spooky Halloween ringmaster type deal. So we called him Mr. Halloween and we did him up. Makeup, hat, suit. Alright. This knot is just too much for me right now. I give up right at the moment. Not feeling that one. So, let's crochet and hang out for a little bit. Anyways, I think we're going to do work on my more delicate piece here. Now there you are. So I'm super excited about how much progress is getting done on this, which is really, really awesome. Just gonna pop you there for now. Let's just clip it in somewhere along the way here. I'm just going to continue like this. Make my life easier. I really like using the rings for crocheting. I'm finding it really does take a lot of strain off this hand. My hand is doing a lot better than it was. It was really, really painful for quite a while there. I think I might have fractured something in my wrist and lifting myself wrong or the kids wrong. Something along that lines, and I fractured something. Just the wrong movement. And I just kept re-injuring it and straining it without meaning to. It's probably still a little weak, so the ring really makes a difference, which is awesome. I do recommend it. I don't like the peacock one I got. don't like it at all. It's pretty. It's very pretty. But I am finding that it does not hold my yarn. Like, I don't wear this one any other time because of how much this part sticks up. But it also holds my thicker yarns too. So this one really like this one. It's kind of cute. The design isn't bad. This one's starting to blacken a little bit, which is fine. And I've still got the cute little kitty one. This one. Don't focus on me, focus on the kitty. Camera focus. You got your space right there, you got your space there to thread it through. It broke so fast. Like super duper fast. Oh, yeah. The piece just popped off again. And I've glued it on, I've done whatever I can. It's never going to stay, so that one is a definite fail in my books. But this one I've had for a couple months now, and it's holding steady. And that's awesome. I'm really happy about that. The other ones didn't cost very much, so I'm not that disappointed. I did want to try out different kinds, different shapes to see if I liked them, and I'm gonna have to probably get another pack of these just to be on the safe side that I have extra. Because I'm that kind of person. You never know when you're going to run out. My luck, it'll be when I'm completely unable to afford something and I will be having to try to go without. This is part of the reason why I have so much yarn there is, you know, the colors. You never know what I want to make. Like, out of nowhere, I got this request to make a character for a child I've never met. But it means a lot to my daughter, so she put the challenge out there. She did. She challenged me. Wanted to know if I could do it. She believes I could do it. I've already found 4 different patterns to choose from, and I think we've narrowed it down to the one that she likes best for her friends. So that's what I'm going to be doing. So be on the lookout for little blue dude. He will not be for sale. I will not be getting anything else from this except for a couple awesome hugs. She offered me $5, but I told her to keep her little tooth money for herself. Because I always make jokes telling my son, oh, you know, tell you what, you've got cash and I'm not working right now, so how about I make stuff? Will work for yarn and stuff. So if you want something made, let me know. We'll work out a deal. My mom starts laughing so hard because I've worked out deals with her too. Little joke deals. They're not actual deals. I just make them into jokes. Like, oh, okay, well, tell you what, you buy that, I'll make it, and that's how you paid me, is by buying this one ball of yarn, but this stuff I'll make for you or whoever, and yeah. My mom's beautiful shawl is so big. I almost put it on the Hobie competition for shawls, but I feel a little bit like seeing some of the ones that are on there are so beautiful, I just didn't even want to bother. However, the person in first place, oh my gosh, somebody wrote on hers that she doesn't deserve to win because her scarf isn't nice enough. It was terrible. Who does that? This person has no one following them. Nothing of theirs is put out there. They just put this hate message out. I reported it, but I mean, I don't know if they'll do anything about it. The person who originally posted it on Facebook, and I had to go check for myself. And yeah, sure enough, This person had nothing nice to say, and it was just so heartbreaking that someone would talk to somebody else like that. I mean, I'll probably join one or two more of the competitions. I joined one and I didn't make it very far. They're not very well known. So Hobie has competitions, usually a couple different ones a month, and you can win some yarn if you're voted by everybody who goes on there. You get voted up enough. Like the person who's in first place right now on the shawl competition has 21 votes. It's not a lot of people, which is what it is, and it's not a big deal. But man, there's some beautiful work on there. I felt like an amateur next to them, and I was like, no, I'm okay. Like my shawl is giant and oversized, and I really like it. But a lot of them use like the crazy, stunning cakes, like my Freaky Nightmare. There was a couple in there, Freaky Nightmare, and oh my gosh, that one plays out. The colors to it are so beautiful that it's one of the reasons why I haven't gotten around to using it yet, because I haven't figured out what I want to do. I have never been really one for a shawl, but being that this is Dahlia as well, the shirt I am wearing, Halloween Dahlia, and I love the way it feels. It is just so pretty and so soft. The colors are so saturated, and yeah, I'm just really at a loss what I want to do with it. Kind of considering still grabbing a second one so I can make something quite large, like maybe a nice tunic or something, front and back. That'd be really pretty. I'd like to do from the center out, so like use the center of the cake where it's the lightest, where the yellows and the oranges are, and play out that way, kind of like a mandala. There is this one I really like that has sort of a flower mandala type piece that's on the side of the garment. It's like right over here, and then it's meshed all up in here. It looks a little tricky. But I know it's fairly straightforward. I don't think I'd use it for that. I think I would use something else for that. But it is something that I'm really, really leaning towards. I find it to be quite beautiful, and I really just want to make it. So that's on my radar. Because of course I'm getting near how I feel near the end of these two projects, and I'm starting to look at other ones going, so what's next? What's next on my hook? Because I am that girl. I love my yarn. I love to look at it. I love to squish it. I love when I'm having a bad day to go over and squeeze it. Squeeze my yarn. Great therapy. However, I'm not just into the yarn end of things. I am so into finding projects or thinking of things that I could do with this yarn to really showcase how pretty it is. And I'm just fascinated with watching it grow. This is gorgeous. The colors here are not my usual colors. This hot pink fuchsia color is not something I gravitate towards, and in this situation I am gravitating to it. And I'm kind of looking forward to the light gray whites and possibly getting into the light pink. The sort of antique-y pink. And I'm just switching back and forth between the two pieces to keep them an even size. And I'm just going to let the yarn speak for itself. Because both the yarns here are very soft, very fine, high end. I like them. I like them both. And I'm very happy that they're mixing together so well, because I did not have a clue how I was going to do this and how I was going to make this work for myself. So, yeah, debating about what to do. And I've got about, how many was it? 7, 8 fluffy day. Oh, just one too many. I got too excited. I've also got about 8 fluffy day yarns, and I've got these 2 Dolce cashmeres here that I really want to get my hands wet with, so to speak. They are my Hobie Bingo prize, because I will never stop bragging about that, because I am still so very, very excited that I won. It's one of the most exciting experiences of my life. No, it's up there. And I absolutely love what I ended up with. I got Dolce cashmere, which is not something that's in my price range at the moment. I'd have to save up for quite a while. And the Fluffy Day, I really have never even considered using it. It's very fuzzy, it's very soft, and I am looking forward to making something. Crystal from Bago Day, right after I won, came out with this shawl especially for the Dolce. And I am really leaning towards it. She even used this purple. I think it was that purple. I'm pretty sure it was that purple. But I'm not sure. I keep going back and forth. That's why I haven't jumped on it. If I want to go that way or not. Because they are gorgeous. They are soft. But I only have one of each. I'm super excited to have them though. I am so excited. And yeah, I'm not sure where I want to take them. What I'd like to do with them. Something for me though. That is definitely where it's going to go, because these are my prize. I won them. I'm the one who gets up and plays bingo every week. And I paid back my son the price on bringing them in the country. So they are mine, full and clear. So we had some snafus with one Temu order, which we've been waiting for quite a while. It got stuck in customs. Something happened. It got through customs with exception, which apparently means like something happened with it to make it almost not go through, and we don't know what that quite means. Like, it could be that there's something wrong with the packaging, or address could have been wrong. Just something wasn't jiving. But it cleared, and it came today along with 2 other packages. So we had a whole bunch of packages all in one day. So these were in that package. He also grabbed me a metal tin of a family joke of the man bear pig. It's a warning to be on the lookout for the man bear pig. It's a joke between my youngest sister and I. We absolutely found that to be one of the funniest things on the show South Park. It doesn't make any sense, but you need to be aware that the man bear pig is about, and you need to be careful because he's there. He's out there. He's out there, guys. It's the man bear pig. He's a man, he's a bear, and he's a pig. It's the most ridiculous thing. So he grabbed me a nice metal sign of that. It's up top of my yarn thing. It's keeping some of my boxes from being too visible for me. I don't really want to look at craft dinner boxes, but the one for the big 12 pack case works amazing for holding the yarn, and my diamond arts that I'm not working on, they sit up there very nicely and out of the way. They don't fall on my head, which has happened. So I'm really quite pleased with that, but I don't like looking at it, and I don't feel like I want to take the time to wallpaper it or something just to not see it. It's not, it's not worth that. I have a couple wooden boxes that were given to me very recently, and I know I have a use for them. I just haven't figured out exactly what I want to do with them. I may have to put them up there. I found a couple of my empty baskets. I was moving some stuff around the other day, so I'm going to be putting them on my desk to kind of clear up some of this clutter and organize it a little bit easier. And my mother finished some Tetley tea, and I kind of like the box, so I'm at that age. Where, you find a good box, and you may need it. I have a hall closet, a giant one, that the rest of my crafting supplies are in, and I only have one shelf of it as my crafting stuff. A lot of paints and stuff like that, so I'm trying to figure out how to move them into my room and closet, which we call my office area. So I want to take all behind me is a drawer tote with a whole bunch of 30 weights and 10 weights, and I want to cake them and get rid of the whatchamacallit, the cardboard inside them, so then it's easier for me to store them. And I'm going to put them in my totes or up on here now that I'm getting more room, because I do have a specific plan for them, but I really need to make room. The bottom ones have some stuff for a Wii, like a Nintendo Wii, and my sewing stuff, plus my midnight snacks of packages of nut-related trail mix stuff to help keep my iron especially up, because nuts really help with iron and protein and all that kind of stuff. So they are a wonderful, very healthy, very, very, very much recommended by doctors towards my personal health to be eating. So if I get a little hungry in the middle of the night, which does happen, a couple handfuls of nuts and I'm good to go. So I keep those there so they're out of the way. And if they're open, they get stuck inside of like a Tupperware container or something of that sort of nature, so that way they're not attracting vermin, bugs, nothing like that in my room. I don't really like open food in my room, but sometimes I just don't want to leave my things like that in the kitchen. They just seem to, they don't get eaten and I forget they're there. But I remember my snack drawer, which is also has some big scissors and other things like my antique pins, if you can believe that. We have pins that belong to my grandmother and older, my great-grandmother, I believe. So that's interesting things to hand down, I guess. You can never have too many pins. Always need to use them. Anyway. So I will keep us posted. Keep you posted, me posted on my thoughts and feelings on what my next projects will be. Because I'm getting closer and closer to being done these two. I didn't work on the big blanket today. That one I have to work on without my ring, being that there's so many color changes. And my hand wasn't too excited about it, so I might work on it a little bit tonight, probably. Or just tomorrow. I don't know. I kind of want to watch an episode of one of my scary shows and just go back to sleep. Tomorrow's Friday, or today is Friday. Tomorrow for me, today for you. And yeah, it's the end of the week. And that is it. That is all. That's all she wrote for the week. Alright, so we're going to go into the third row on this. I'm coming up to the end here. Just on my beginning of my row. So we're just going to do a third row, and after this third row I'm going to jump back to the other one, so then it has 3 rows, because I think we're getting close to starting color change as well. And we'll just see how it plays out between them, because I only have so much of this dark, and then it is quite a bit if you get to it. If I get to like 4 rows already, these are not small rows. These take quite a while to do. And I sure do like the thinner ones too. I don't mind. I don't really actually have a very strong preference on what size of yarn weight I use. It all depends on the project. Sometimes I absolutely adore working with these thinner weights. I have done a lot of work with the thinner stuff, and I find it's very, very easy to work with. I feel very, very much like I'm doing lace, like fashion lace. Okay, we're going to do a little half double crochet. I'll just make sure I get this through properly. Yeah, right through here. And you chain 1, and then you do your cluster of 3 double crochets. I absolutely love doing my grannies like that. Thanks, Bago Day. Anyways, that was the rest of that row. So that is a great big success for the day. So we went from here to here in that time. That's quite a bit of length. I'm going to put this way, go like that. Thank you for joining me here at All the Crackers in the Box. I hope you had a nice time crafting with me today, and I hope to see you again very soon. Bye.